Hi, I'm Limna, Crossrail's Head of Logistics, and today we're going to take you on the journey of our excavated material. It's a journey that starts with a cutterhead and ends up all the way in Wallasea in Essex. It's a journey that takes material that hasn't been excavated for 55 million years and takes 3 million tonnes of that out to Essex, where in partnership with the RSPB, Crossrail is building a new nature reserve. When Crossrail opens in 2018, 200 million passengers a year will use the railway. But before we get there, we've got to build 118 kilometres of railway, 42 kilometres of the tunnel and 10 new stations. And below our feet, that's exactly what's happening. So we're going to go inside now and meet John Rogers, Crossrail's site manager at Finsbury Circus, to find out what's happening below ground and how the excavated material gets from the cutterhead out into a truck. So here we are in this enormous cavern below ground. Where exactly are we?
We're here at the bottom of the access shaft in Finsbury Circus. We're basically 42 metres down here. This is where all the action happens, basically in the site here. This is where all the materials go up and down the shaft. All the spoil that we've excavated go up here, and all the materials that we require for excavating, everything comes down. Plus access for the men as well come down the hacky stair here.
So what exactly happens down here, John, and how does this excavated material get out of the ground?
We've got our dumper trucks, and they go to wherever we're excavating. They're loaded with the excavators down here. They drive along the centre concourse, tipped into the skip here, and then are taken up the 42-metre shaft here and sent away to the DTS and eventually to Wallace the Island. This is the mucking system here at Finsbury Circus. We've got a 16-ton skip bringing all the spoil, the excavated material, into a hopper, onto the chain conveyor here, through the crusher, onto the conveyor belt, and eventually by road to the transfer station, and eventually on its way to Wallace the Island.
So that's the end of the first part of the story. We're now going to head to the Docklands transfer site to see what happens there. So we're here at the Docklands transfer site in Barking on the banks of the River Thames. And the material that we saw earlier being excavated at Liverpool Street is put on a truck and brought to this site. Here it's unloaded and transshipped to a boat to make the final leg of its journey from here to Wallace the Island. The journey from Liverpool Street to here is about 10 miles and the journey from here to Wallace the Island is about another 50 miles. So by transshipping to a boat here, we shorten the time the material spends on a truck and on a road by taking 50 miles out of that journey. And behind me, you can see the site manager here, Sue Blackwell, doing a safety inspection of the vehicle. All the vehicles that come onto Crossrail sites have to adhere to very strict safety guidance, and they have to have specific pieces of equipment fitted to their vehicles. We inspect the vehicles to make sure they comply with our requirements, and then we allow them onto site. So not only are we making the journey shorter on the road, we're also making the vehicles safer, improving the environment and the lives of Londoners.
Here at the Docklands transfer site, we receive material in from over 15 sites around London, and this material is then shipped out on this conveyor behind me to Wallace the Island. The start of the journey is where the material is dropped into the hopper up the top there, and then it travels down the conveyor all the way along, down the jetty and out off the conveyor arm into the boat. We've sent over 1.7 million tonnes of clay via ship on over 1,000 ships, all safely deposited to Wallasea. This is our final ship from the DTS.
So we've seen the scale of the operation that happens here at the Docklands transfer site. And the final ship is now going to set sail and head towards Wallace the Island down the River Thames estuary and make that final 50-mile journey towards the island. We're now going to head down to Wallasea to see what happens out there. So here we are at windy Wallasea Island. This is where all the material we've been talking about comes. And we're joined today by James Preston, Crossrail's Assistant Project Manager for the works. James, can you tell us what happens here on the island?
We're here at Wallace Island. We're bringing in just over 3 million tonnes of excavated material from Crossrail sites in central London, and we're using that material to restore the land back into its habitat that it originally was of mud flats, lagoons, salt pastures, and this will be home to tens of thousands of migratory birds, and we'll really restore the land back to how it was, say, 400 years ago. The scale of the project here at Wallace Island is absolutely huge. The size of the site is the largest on Crossrail, 2.5 times the size of the City of London. There are 660 hectares of land here on the site. We have the ships come in. We've now 1,500 ships unloading 2,000 tonnes each on the 90-metre pontoons that were purposely made. 4 unloading machines unload these ships onto the conveyor system. The conveyor system is just under 1 kilometre long. It moves the material out onto the radial stacker where the material is placed, loaded onto articulated dump trucks, 20 at any one time. We have 6 excavators at any one time, dozers and various other mobile plant. We're now shipped over 3,020,000 tonnes, which is absolutely a fantastic achievement for the team here at Wallasea and for Crossrail. We're providing something back to the environment that is going to benefit generations for years to come.
So we're here now with Chris Tyus, the RSPB's Project Manager for Wallasea Island. So this is a unique partnership between the RSPB and the construction industry. What's it been like working with Crossrail?
It's been an excellent experience working with Crossrail, and we need to do these sorts of deals. There isn't that much money around these days for conservation projects, so we need to come up with these sorts of unique partnerships if we're going to deliver the habitats that we want to. I mean, Crossrail have got the material from under London. We need to raise the island in order to get the habitats that we want, and it's the perfect partnership.
So there we are, the story of Crossrail's excavated material. It's a story that's taken material from 40 metres below Liverpool Street and transported out here to Wallace Island in Essex. It's a story that's taken material that has been undisturbed for 55 million years and brought it here to be transformed into a new nature reserve on the edge of the North Sea. One of the many fantastic legacies that Crossrail is leaving behind.